From Studio 6B in Rockefeller Center in the heart of New York City, it's The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Arnold. Tonight, join Jimmy and his guest, Will Smith, Gerry the Giraffe, musical guest, The Earth and Its Peoples, and featuring The Tonight Show Band. I'm Logan Smith. And now, here's your host, Jimmy Arnold.
That's what I'm talking about right there, everybody. Hot crowd. Hot crowd. Welcome, everybody, to The Tonight Show. Thank you. Take a seat. We have a fantastic show tonight. Right, Logan?
I sure hope so.
Okay. Here's what everyone's talking about. So, as I'm sure you know, in the year 1299, the Seljuk Turks founded the Ottoman Empire. Now, this empire gained power gradually over time, and eventually even it captured Constantinople in 1453. But as for location, it's in the Middle East, or in other words, between Iraq and a hard place.
You mecca me laugh.
Oh my, these jokes are bad. So, speaking of the history of the Middle East, recently, and when I say recently, I mean about the year 622, Islam was founded by a prophet from Mecca named Muhammad. Islam is a monotheistic faith that is currently the second largest in the world. The Sunni-Shiite split was a major schism in Islam that took place in the mid-7th century from 656 to 661, when a majority supported Abu Bakr as caliph, but some supported Ali.
Yeesh, what is this guy droning on about now? All I hear was the word history and then blah blah blah. Man, I'm hungry. I could really use some food. Oh crap, Jimmy's talking to me.
Logan?
Yeah?
I said, what is your take on the caliphate?
Yeah. Jimmy, the Umayyad Caliphate was from 661 to 750 and ruled from Damascus in modern-day Syria. Arguably, more influential was the Abbasid Caliphate, which was from 750 to 1258. The capital was in Baghdad, which is in modern-day Iraq. It is considered the golden age of classical Islamic culture. After the 900s, it began to decline and eventually fell to the Mongols. As for the culture, the Abbasids had great literature like the Rubaiyat and was known in the West as the Arabian Nights. It was also home to many great mathematicians, a style of art that featured geometric patterns and shapes, and the architectural style of mosques that spread around Eurasia. Muslim manufacturers were among the most skilled in the world, especially in production of steel. Harun al-Rashid was a famous caliph that allowed peaceful trade across Eurasia. Christians led crusades to try to take back the Middle East. Also relevant was the Fatimid Caliphate, which arose in Egypt and ruled there from 909 to 1171.
Uh-oh. I was not expecting Logan to know so much about Islam in the Middle East. I don't even know that much about it. I was just reading off the cue cards. Wow. I'm hungry. You know what really sounds good is crap. Logan just asked me something.
I said, wouldn't you agree, Jimmy?
I mean, yeah, I full-heartedly agree. Yeah, 100%. Well, stick around, everybody. We'll be back with more Tonight Show next. Alright, welcome back, everyone. I've got to say, I'm so glad that Will Smith is here tonight. But before he comes out, we actually have someone arguably even more influential. I know, it's hard to believe. It's so amazing here at the Tonight Show. We have access to a lot of stuff. We actually have Genghis Khan, the Genghis Khan, on the phone tonight. No, I'm serious. Logan, is he picking up?
One sec. Yeah, I think here he is.
Oh, what is this? Hello? What is up, Broseph?
Excuse me, Broseph, and what's up with your bad Russian accent?
What can I say? I take over Russia, I like accent, okay? And anyways, please call me G-Con, okay? We don't have to be all formal up in here, okay?
Okay, can you tell me about what East Asia was like before you invaded G-Con?
Sure. So the first empire that I can remember is the Sui dynasty. What a bunch of trolls, let me tell you. They were only around from 589 to 618. Then came the Tang dynasty. From 618 to 906, they vastly increased their trade. They traded along the Silk Road and throughout the Indian Ocean. Finally, the Song dynasty rose to power. They invented the compass, gunpowder, one of my personal favorite inventions, let me tell you, and block printing. Junks, or type of ship, also helped trade grow immensely. The Song dynasty also practiced Neo-Confucianism. Also during this time, women practiced foot binding, a very painful yet, according to them, attractive practice. Also, the women have arranged marriages. Then I came in and defeated the Song, like a boss. Do you want me to show you how I ended the Song?
Sure.
Here, one second, watch this. I take Song, and I end it. You see, I ended the Song.
You just paused a song on your iPod.
Well, I came in, I started depleting the Song dynasty. Once my son, little Kublai, took over, the Yuan dynasty was formed. After my death, the bubonic plague ravaged my people. Time passes, okay? And then the Ming dynasty comes about. They are one of the longest Chinese dynasties. Ming China began exploration throughout Pacific Ocean with Zhang He. Also, they traded porcelain as a major export. Meanwhile, my evasive enemies in Japan, shogunates are in control. The Ashikaga, or however you say it, shogunate, caused decentralization. However, trade flourished. Also, women began to have an increased role in culture. Murasaki Shikibu and Sheishanagan wrote The Tale of Genji and The Pillow Book, respectively. Also...
Yeah, Mr. Genghis, or G-Khan, I think we're just out of time.
Okay, it was nice talking to you. Anyways, I have to go hit up the gym. So, let me tell you, it's quite taxing business to check over all of your razor.
I'm sure.
There you go, everybody. Stick around. We'll be here with Will Smith next. Our first guest recently starred in a movie about the Americas from 600 to 1450. Please welcome Mr. Will Smith. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, but before I talk about the movie, I just want to make one thing clear.
What is that? What is that?
Well, whenever I tell people who I am, they laugh and say, "No, you aren't." You guys realize there isn't only one actor named Will Smith, right? It's a common name.
Yeah, dude, I feel you, bro. Same thing happens to me when I tell people I host the Tonight Show. There isn't just one, okay?
I know.
Let's be realistic, okay? Well, enough about that. We came here to talk about your movie, right?
Yeah, my movie. Well, as I'm sure you've all seen in the papers and such, my movie is an action-packed thriller that follows a man that got stuck in the Mayan civilization in their golden age.
Sounds exciting. Did you learn anything about the Mayan civilization?
I actually learned a lot about civilizations from all across the Americas. For example, the Aztecs are located in modern-day Mexico, and the Incas are near the Andean mountain range in modern-day Peru. Finally, the Mississippian mound builders are in modern-day Illinois. The Aztec king Montezuma I is considered the father of the Aztecs. The Aztecs and Incas were both ruled by kings, while the Mississippian mound builders were ruled by the senior family members. Hi there. Eventually, the Spanish took over the Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan in about 1521. Hello. The Inca capital of Cusco in about 1532 was also overrun by the Spaniards. Also important were the Anasazi, which were located in the southwest United States.
Yeah, could you tell me a little about their social and economic life?
Sure. These civilizations demonstrate a caste system. At the top are the nobles, and at the bottom are the serfs, servants, and slaves. The Incas were a benevolent empire and let their conquered tribes keep religion and culture. The Mississippian mound builders were represented socially by their burial mounds. The Aztecs and the Mississippian mound builders were both agriculturally based. The Aztecs' economy was heavily based on their city markets.
So, obviously, I've traveled to various places across the world. I mean, Mogadishu, nice place, nice place. It's always interesting to learn about their diverse cultures. Did you see any of this in your tour of the Americas?
You bet. The Aztecs practiced human sacrifice to please the gods. They created huge temples to become closer to their gods. Not only were they polygamists, they were very intellectual. Like the Mayans, they had their very own calendar. The Incas, on the other hand, had rare human sacrifice and mummified their people. Mississippian mound builders made pottery and buried their dead in conical mounds.
So, it says here you actually brought a clip from your upcoming movie?
Yeah, actually I brought the trailer for the first time.
Never before been seen?
Yep, the editors had to wear blindfolds while they made it.
That's how our show works too. Alright, let's watch.
What is this weird Mayan language?
I don't think we can decipher it, man. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show. Gerry the Giraffe joins us next. Come back, everybody. Please welcome the one and only Gerry the Giraffe.
Pleasure to be here.
So for all of you who don't know Gerry here, he's our head correspondent here at The Tonight Show. But more than that, he happens to be a native from Sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes, I was born and raised there, though it quite frankly saddens me when many people know so little about the history of my homeland. So I thought I could shed a little light on it tonight. So you talked about Islam earlier. North Africa fell into the Islamic sphere of influence. Ibn Battuta, a Moroccan from the 14th century, was one of the greatest Muslim explorers of all time.
Alright.
Also important are the cities along the eastern coast of the continent, also known as the Swahili coast. Arabs founded cities along the eastern coast to trade in the Indian Ocean Trade Network. Persians and Arabs migrated down the Swahili coast from Mogadishu to Mombasa to Zanzibar.
Is Mogadishu nice this time of year?
No. Anyways, my homeland of Sub-Saharan Africa has an extremely rich history. But part of the reason many people do not know much about the history of Africa is that much of African history and literature was passed down through oral tradition, making the history much less documented. Yet, many of the major civilizations have stood the test of time, and much is still known about.
Please enlighten me.
Demographically, Bantu tribes originated in western Central Africa and began to migrate south of the Sahara. The Bantu language is spoken across Sub-Saharan Africa. The city of Great Zimbabwe lasted from 100 to 1400 and flourished between the 12th and 15th centuries, but how it fell is still extremely mysterious. Actually, Great Zimbabwe has extremely mysterious stone ruins that no one knows about. Another great civilization was Ghana, which was located in West Africa and was founded in the 500s. Sadly, it began its downfall in 1076.
That is very interesting. What about the culture and economics of these societies?
Many Sub-Saharan Africans were skilled at carving in wood and ivory. Different from the rest of the world, some African tribes were matrilinear rather than patrilinear. Some Arab slave traders forced Africans into slavery. Iron and copper was more valuable to Africans than gold was. The Trans-Saharan trade route connected the Mediterranean world with the Sub-Saharan Africa world. Gold was abundant in Sub-Saharan Africa, but salt was desired. But now that you know so much about it, it would be easy for you to answer some questions, obviously. But I wanted to see what people without this knowledge would know about the history of Africa. So a few weeks ago, I decided to ask some Americans what they know about the history of Africa. Okay, so here I am at a school to ask these scholars and teachers what they know about Africa. Which of the following trade networks are most important for Sub-Saharan Africa between 600 and 1450? A.
There's two. A, the Atlantic trade route. B, the Trans-Saharan trade route. C, the Antarctic trade network. Or D, the Indian Ocean trade network.
A.
The Atlantic trade route.
Yes.
And what's your second one?
C.
The Antarctic trade network. Okay.
I don't know the answer.
Those were the two wrong ones.
Oh, what? What do you mean they're too long?
Okay. So, what is the eastern coast of Africa called?
The Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert.
Kenya.
Yeah. Ibn Battuta.
Liberia.
Zimbabwe.
Korea.
Tell me who Ibn Battuta is.
The greatest man who ever lived!
Now tell me what he did.
He traveled everywhere!
Okay. What do Zanzibar, Mombasa, Kilwa, and Mogadishu all have in common?
They are in Africa.
What good was more desired and valuable in Sub-Saharan Africa than gold?
Gold. Ivory. Djibouti.
What country was he from?
Hey, nerds.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Our next guest is from the critically acclaimed band that has traveled around the world. Please welcome The Earth and Its Peoples.